Good morning, students. Today in this class I am going to discuss about the multiplication of fraction. In the last class we had done addition and subtraction of the fractions. At the last of the video I will show you some tricks of doing addition or subtraction of mixed fraction. After this you can solve all these questions very easily. Let's begin. Multiplication of fraction. So what is multiplication of fraction? To understand multiplication of fraction, let us take an example. So here I am going to take fractions 1 by 2 multiply 1 by 3, or you can say that 1 upon 2 of 1 by 3. So maybe you have doubt here. Here I have written multiplication and here I have written of. So basically the meaning of both is same. 1 upon 2 multiply by 1 upon 3 or 1 upon 2 of is also multiplication. 1 upon 2 multiply 1 upon 3. But if we go according to the BODMAS, first we will solve this, then after this, bracket of, then divide multiply. So in both the condition, either you have given multiplication sign or of, we will do multiplication. Is that clear? Okay. So to understand this, I mean to say, to multiply this, I am going to tell you one activity. You try at home. If you have any doubt, then you can ask me again. I will explain you how to do this activity. Okay, let's see. So here I have activity. In this first, this activity is for what? To understand the multiplication of fractions. So here you see that first what you have to do, take a transparent sheet. Only one transparent sheet you have to take. If you have transparent sheet, that is good. Otherwise you can take any kind of sheet, okay, and cut it into 2 equal halves. Then after taking transparent sheet, you have to cut into 2 pieces, 2 equal pieces, and one piece you represent like this, which is equals to 1 by 2. Why it is 1 by 2? One part is shaded out of 2. Out of 2, one part is shaded here. See, there are total 2 parts, 1 and 2, and in which I have shaded one part. Okay, the part is equal here. Okay, this part is equal to this one. So this we will do in first half piece. So I am repeating once again what we have to do. First we have to take a transparent sheet, then afterward I have to cut it into 2 equal halves. With the first half you have to do like this. For the first half you have to again divide it into 2 parts, not to cut. Divide into 2 parts and afterward shade one part like this. Okay, now it's time to second half sheet. So as you see that this represents 1 by 2. So now what we need to do, we have to represent 1 by 3. Why? Because here in that activity we are multiplying 1 by 2 multiplied by 1 by 3. So now take another half of the sheet and represent 1 by 3 on it. How you will represent? Like this. For the second half you have to divide the sheet like this, 1, 2, 3. For the first half you have to divide it vertically, and for the second half you have to divide it horizontally. Okay, first for the vertically and second for the horizontally, and represent 1 upon 3. How you will represent 1 upon 3? Out of 3 parts, you have to shade 1 part. Is that clear what I said? Okay. Now you can use butter or any kind of oil. This makes your sheet transparent or translucent. If you have transparent sheet, that is very good. But if you don't have transparent sheet, you can do like this. Okay. Then afterward, overlap each other. Overlap, why we are overlapping it? Because these two sheets are of same length. Yes or no? Because this is from the same sheet. These two half we have taken from the same sheet. Then afterward it can be easily overlap. After that you will notice that these sheet have 6 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. How many parts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So at the denominator or in total parts we will write 6. And how we will get here 1? We will see here which is the common. That means common means which lies at common. That means in this part or in this part. So this is the only box which is common in both the sheet. This is the common shaded part. Understand? So answer is 1 upon 6. If you have 2 common shaded part, then your answer should be 2 by 6. If you have 3 common shaded part, then your answer should be as 3 by 6. But here in this condition we have only 1 shaded part, so our answer is 1 upon 6. Hope you understand this activity. If you still have any doubt in this activity, you can ask me, but you have to perform this activity at home, then afterward you ask question from me. Okay. So here we are going to discuss about how we solve fraction. So through activity we understand how to do multiplication of the fraction, but in general how we are doing multiplication. Here we find that when we multiply the two fractions, what we get? We are multiplying the numerator with numerator. The numerator is multiplied by the numerator and the denominator is multiplied by the denominator. Understand? The numerator is multiplied by the numerator and denominator is multiplied by the denominator. Let's check it once again. See here, 1 multiply 1 equals to 1 and 2 3 is 6. So with the help of this activity we get this answer 1 by 6. But if you are going to multiply numerator with numerator and denominator with denominator, you get the same answer. Yes or no? 1 into 1, 1, 2 3 is 6. So by this we can analyze that in general, if we multiply numerator with numerator and denominator with denominator, so like this we can do the multiplication of any fractions. Okay. Now next, see another example. Here we have 6 upon 10 multiplied by 2 upon 11. How you will solve this? First you will multiply this numerator with numerator and denominator with denominator. After performing the multiplication, 6 into 2 and 10 into 11, we will get here 12 upon 110. Okay. Now let's see next question part. If we multiply 3 by 2 and 7 into 13, what we will get here? 3 2 is 6 and 13 7 is 91. Okay. So actually multiplication of fraction is easier than addition and subtraction of the fractions, but it is totally different from addition and subtraction. Don't mix it this thing. In addition subtraction, if we have two different denominators, it means they both are unlike fraction. So to solve that, first we have to convert this into like fraction, but here in this condition what we are doing, we are simply multiplying it, like 6 into 2 and 10 into 11. So don't mix it. The steps for doing addition and subtraction is different as compared to the multiplication. Okay, now next topic, multiplication of two mixed fraction. So here we are going to do multiplication of two mixed fraction. So at the last of this video I will show you how to subtract or add two mixed fraction by tricky method. Okay, not with general method, with another method which I am saying as tricky method, because it is very easy for you. So here, multiplication of two mixed fraction, how we will do this? The procedure is same. First convert the given mixed fraction into improper fraction, then afterward multiply numerator with numerator and denominator with denominator as usually. Let's take an example. So here I have a fraction 3 whole 1 by 7 multiply by 2 whole 2 by 5. So what we need to do first we'll convert both the mixed fraction into improper fraction. If we convert this into improper fraction, what you will get? Yes, 7 3s are 21 plus 1, 22 upon 7 here, and here 5 2s are 10 plus 2, 12 upon 5. Let's check. Yes, okay. Then afterward we will perform the multiplication. So here, as we know that we are multiplying numerator with numerator and denominator with denominator. So here we are going to multiply 22 with 12 and 7 into 5. Okay, and result what we'll get here? 264 upon 35. I hope you can do all questions at home. So for the homework, I'm telling you to perform the exercise at home in rough copy, not in fair copy. You have to do all questions in rough copy. Then afterward you have to check it and give all the answer at comment box. After that I will tell you either you have to do in fair copy or not, and which part you have to do in fair copy or not. If somebody have any problem in questions, you can directly ask me or comment me there. I will give solution of that questions. Okay, now see next. So here I am going to begin exercise 2.2. Which of the drawings A to D show 2 multiply 1 by 5, 2 multiply 1 by 2, 3 multiply 2 by 3 and 3 multiply by 1 by 4. So here we have figures. First figure is this, second figure is this, third figure is this, and fourth figure is this. Now we have to match which one of the following represent 2 multiply 1 by 5. So before solving this question, you should know what is the meaning of this part. What is the meaning of this? 2 multiply 1 by 5. 2 multiply by means addition of two figures. 2 multiply means addition of two figures. And what kind of figure they are? They have a 5 parts, out of 1 part is shaded. I repeat, 2 multiply 1 by 5 means the figure should have 2 in numbers. It means they should have 2. The value of the circle square should be 2, in which 1 part is shaded out of 5. Out of 5 only 1 part is shaded. So see, here we have 1, 2, 3 figures. So definitely no. In 3 figures we have 1, 2, 3 parts in each, in which 2 parts are shaded. So it is totally not bother this. Okay, so here we need only one part is shaded and total part should be 5. Also we need only 2 figures, so here we have 3, so this should be no. In this, how many we have? Here we have 2 figures. Yes, this is 2 different figures. First figure is this one and second figure is this one. Okay, so we have here 2 figures, so this is match. We need 2 figures, it have 2 figures, but here what we see that it contains one part shaded. Here also we need one part shaded. Okay, this thing also match here, but here we need 5 parts, but it contains only 2 parts, 1 and 2, and here also 1 and 2. So again this is not the answer of our question. Now let's check here. C figure 1 2 3. This figure contain 3 parts, but we need only 2. So again this is not matched with the criteria. Now see the fourth one. We need 2 figures, it having 2 figures. Okay, we need one part shaded. Here we have one part shaded in both the figures, and total part should be 5. So see 1 2 3 4 5. Each figure contain 5 equal parts. Am I correct? Okay, so here is the procedure to do your answer. 2 multiply 1 by 5 represent addition of 2 figures, each representing one shaded part out of 5 equal parts. Hence 2 multiply 1 by 5 is represented by D. Okay, hope you understand this question. Now we are moving to the next part, 2 multiply by 1 by 2. So definitely, as like the first one, here we need only 2 figures. Out of these 4, we need the figure which contain only 2 parts. Okay, so here we have 3 circles, here we have 2 circles, here we have 3 squares, and here we have 2 circles. So only this is similar to this criteria. These two are similar to this criteria of 2. Okay, so we will look at these 2 figures. So these both the figures B and D parts contain only 2 figures. Here 1 and 2, and it contains 2 circles. One part is shaded. Here we have one shaded part, and here also we have one shaded part. But we need here only 2 total parts. So it contains 2 total parts, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. But it does not contain 2 total parts. It contains 1 2 3 4 5 total parts in each figure. So this is not matched to the criteria. So our answer is B. Figure B represent 2 multiplied by 1 by 2. Here you see the solution. Two multiply 1 by 2 represent addition of 2 figures, each representing one shaded part out of 2 equal parts. Hence 2 multiply 1 by 2 is represented by B. Here the spelling of represented is wrong, better make it correct. Okay, don't write it wrong. Now next part. See, in this part we have question 3 multiplied by 2 upon 3. So definitely after watching this 3 we need total 3 figures. Okay, so here we have 3 circles and here we have 3 squares, in which 2 part is shaded out of 3. So it contains 2 part shaded and total parts we have 3 in each. Does it have the same? Here we have 1 shaded part out of 4. So this figure is not matched with this criteria. So our answer is A. So this part belongs to figure A. Here 3 multiplied 2 upon 3 represent addition of 3 figures, each representing 2 shaded part out of 3 equal parts. Hence 3 multiplied 2 upon 3 is represented by A. Like this you have to write in your copy, okay? So next or last part of this question. Here definitely the answer should be C. Why? Because here we need 3 parts. This figure contains 3 parts. Out of 1 part is shaded and total part should be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each contain 4 boxes. Okay. So hope you understand this question very easily. So in the same you have to write this here. Write your answers here. Now this is our last question of today. After this, now it is time for our bonus question or question which is asked by a student as doubt. In the same question I am going to explain you how to solve that question very easily without converting mixed fraction into improper fraction. So Salil wants to put a picture in a frame. The picture is 7 whole 3.5 centimeter wide. To fit in the frame, the picture cannot be more than 7 whole 3.10 centimeter wide. How much should the picture be trimmed? So here you see that the picture size or the picture width we have given 7 whole 3.5 centimeter. How I can say that dimension we have given is width? Because here it is given wide means width, okay, means chauda, okay. So 7 whole 3.5 is width of the picture. So according to the frame, the picture should not be more than 7 whole 3.10 centimeter, okay. Or you can say this is the width of a frame, okay. But here we have given the limit, the picture should be of this size. So some of them are thinking both are the same numbers, only there is difference of 5 here. Yes or no? Here we have 7 7, here we have 3 3 in numerator, but only difference is of denominator. In denominator here we have given 5, but here we have 10. So but it creates a lot of difference, okay. So here what we need to find, how much we trimmed our picture that it can be fit into this frame. So first we will write what we have given in the question. So here we have given width of the picture is 7 whole 3/5 centimeter and the required width of the picture is given 7 whole 3/10 centimeter. How much should the picture be trimmed? So what you need to do, you have to perform here subtraction. Yes, here we will do subtraction. Trim means we have to take out some part of the picture to fit picture into the frame. So how you will subtract? Do you understand? So basically how we are performing the subtraction, basically first we are converting these fraction into the improper fraction, then afterward we are performing the subtraction. But here what I have done with a different method which might be easy for you. Okay, you can do by this method this question very easily. So first of all, what we need to do, we need to subtract whole numbers. Okay, so here I subtracted the whole number 7 minus 7. Always put plus sign between them. Always put plus sign after performing the subtraction of whole number. Then take the fraction part. 3 upon 5 minus 3 upon 10. In case if we are doing addition here, what we will do? We will write plus sign between both the numbers. Okay, here 7 plus 7 and 3 upon 5 plus 3 upon 10. In what condition? When we are performing addition. But in this case here we are doing subtraction. That's why we are subtracting both the whole numbers and both the fraction numbers, and whatever the result you will get, we will add this. So after this, what we will get? You already know, when we subtract 7 minus 7 we will get 0. Put plus sign. Then how you will solve this? 3 upon 5 minus 3 upon 10. First make this into like, or by what method I told you can do like that. Okay, no problem. So here I have performing this question or solving this question by making the denominators like. So here we have 10 at denominator place and here we have only 5. So to make it 10, what you should do? Multiply to both sides. So here you will get 6 upon 10. 3 2 is 6 and 5 2 is 10. Okay, is it clear to you? You can do this question by taking LCM. Okay, after that solve it. 0 plus 3 by 10. Why we get here 3 by 10? Because 10 in common, we will write 10. 6 minus 3 equals to 3. So after adding any number with 0, what we will get? We will get the same answer. Okay, so whatever the answer you will get, you will write here or comment me at comment box. So this is the trick part, or this is the another method which I want to show you. Hope you like this and try some questions which we have already solved with this method. Okay, hope you understand thing, and if you like this, you like my video. Also I want to tell you, you can do addition with the same method. As I told you, in place of minus sign you will use plus sign. Okay, that's all for today. Hope you like the session. Thanks for watching.